We're going to do heart opening flow, which is really kind of going to open up your chest, your neck. This movement really feels really good for me. If you're really tight and you feel like you're kind of hunched over a lot, this could feel awkward to begin with and a bit uncomfortable, but the more you practice it, the better it'll feel. And it'll help correct some bad posture if you feel like you have bad posture. So let's start in child's pose. Bring your knees out just to the edge of the mat if you can. Big toes are together, and then sink your weight down. Become aware of your breath. And see if you can begin the process of decluttering your mind. So if there are any thoughts coming to you, see if you can push them aside. Take anything that is not serving you right now and remove it. Let your body be a dead weight. Really submit to gravity. On your next inhale, you're going to find your way up into a tabletop position. Bring your hands underneath your elbows and your knees underneath your hips. You really want to make sure here that you are pressing the mat away from you, so you're not collapsing into your shoulders like this. You have a nice straight spine. Well, not straight, but engaged, an engaged spine. You're going to take an inhale, drop your belly to the floor and lift your head up. Keep pressing the mat away from you, roll your shoulders away from your ears. And then as you exhale, pull your belly button in towards your spine, push all of the air out. Curve your spine. Drop your head. Take an inhale, head comes up, and your belly drops. And then exhale. Remove all of the air out of your way so you can really get a nice deep curve. Press the mat away. Inhale, head lifts. And then exhale, curving through the back. One more time. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, drop your head, curve your back. And come back to a neutral spine. Curl your toes underneath you and start to lift your hips up, working your way into a downward facing dog. If this is your first one of the day, maybe you want to just walk your hips out a little bit, bending one knee then the other, just checking in, seeing how you're feeling, and then just come to stillness. Take an inhale, step forward with both feet, and come up halfway. Keep your spine long, maybe you're still bending your knees here if you need to. And then as you exhale, drop forward, release the tension from your neck. Inhale, rise up. When you get to the top, reach up with your hands. Grab your hands, interlace your fingers, and you want to see if you can maybe get a slight bend in your back before you bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale, reach up, again going for that slight bend, and then exhale, swan dive forward, bringing your chest forward first. Take an inhale, come up halfway, and exhale, plant your hands, step back to a high plank. Drop your knees to the floor, lower your chest, come all the way down. Then you want to bring your hands into your sides around your rib cage. Drop your forehead to the floor. Then as you inhale, maybe start to lift your chest up over the floor. And exhale, bring it down. Inhale, start to lift up, maybe a little bit higher. There's no pressure in your hands here really. They're just there for support. Your elbows are magnetized together. Exhale, release. Take an inhale, come a little bit higher maybe. Pressure is starting to move into our hands somewhat. And exhale, release. Tuck your toes. Take an inhale, press back, downward facing dog. Take an inhale, step forward with both feet, come up halfway. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll up through your spine. Release your shoulders away. Reach up for the sky. Interlace your fingers and see if you can get a small bend before you bring your hands back down to your heart center. Take an inhale, reach up. Again, micro bend in the back. And then an exhale, swan dive forward, bringing your chest down first. Inhale, come up halfway. And then on the exhale, drop your hands, step back to high plank. Lower your knees to the floor and slowly bring it down all the way. Forehead rests on the floor, hands come to your ribs. You're going to take an inhale, lift up a little. So really just your shoulders and the top of your chest. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, come up. Maybe a little bit higher this time. Maybe the middle of your chest comes up. And exhale, release. Keep your elbows magnetized together. Inhale, come up. Maybe move some of the pressure into your hands. Roll your shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, come down. Curl your toes. And send your hips back into downward facing dog. Take an inhale and send your right foot up to the sky. Keep your toes facing down. Really press that heel up. Use your glute strength to help get it higher. Step your foot forward. We're going to come into a lunge here. You're going to lower your back knee to the floor. If you have sticky knees, maybe rest a block or a blanket or something underneath here. And bring your hands up overhead. From here, you're going to bring your hands into kind of a goddess arms, like a cactus, like this. And you're going to start to think about drawing a line of energy up through, from your knee, all the way up through the top of your head, and really think about opening up. Come back to center. Slowly and with control, see if you can rise up off of that knee. Keep your hands open. From here again, bringing the same line of energy up from your toe, all the way up your side body, top of your head, and really opening up through your chest, spinning your chest to the sky. Let go with your head if that's okay for your neck. And then as you exhale, come forward. See if you can sweep your hands forward and gather up a bunch of oranges or something. Bring them towards you. Inhale, goddess arms. Reach back, open up your chest. Exhale, sweep forward. Gather up the oranges. And then bring them in, open up, spin your chest. Come back to center. Plant your hands. Step back to high plank. Drop your knees to the floor. Lower down, hug your elbows in till you're all the way on the floor. You're gonna bring your hands to your sides, palms face down. And you're gonna lift yourself up into locust. Do so by bringing your legs up first. So bring your feet up off of the floor. Bring your head up, chest up, and then your hands. Press your shoulders away from your ears. Press up, 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 up. And release. Put your hands underneath your shoulders. Find your way into child's pose. Knees mat width apart. Become aware of your breath again. Long, steady breaths. Curl your toes underneath you and find your way into downward facing dog. Take an inhale, send your left foot up to the sky. Keep your feet active like I'm tickling your foot. And press into your mat with your hands. Step that foot forward. Your foot comes between your hands. You're going to lower your right knee to the floor to begin our lunge. Hands come up. See if you can connect with that line of energy again, coming all the way through you, the tips of your fingers. Spread your arms out. See if you can use that energy to start opening up. Come back to center. Slowly and with control, lift up off of the back knee. And again, we're going to start to move back. Again, drawing up from the floor, all the way up through your leg, growing long before you spin your chest up to the sky. Drop your head if that's okay for your neck. And then as you exhale, sweep as far forward as you can. Gather up the oranges. Don't know why I've chosen oranges. Inhale, open up. Spread your hands. Exhale, sweep forward. One more time. Open up. Sweep forward. And come back to center. Drop your hands. High plank. Drop your knees. And find your way into child's pose. Knees come out to the sides. Rest your forehead. Let your weight release into the mat. Take a breath in. Start to find your way up onto your knees. We're going to take camel pose here. So the important thing with camel pose is to keep your hips stacked over your knees. So you really don't want to be doing any of this. Movement is here. So keep this line long and strong. You can curl your toes as well if you want to, or keep them flat. So you're going to bring your hands to your heart center. Make sure that you're, again, staying really strong, hugging into your core, your center line all the way up. Growing long. Take a breath in. Whew. Lost my breath. Take a breath in, grow long. And as you exhale, start to walk your gaze up the wall in front of you, up to the ceiling, keeping your hips stacked over your knees until you're looking overhead. Keep your spine long and lifted. No collapsing in your spine. You can also tuck your chin here if this is too much on your neck. Come back to center. And come to sit on the backs of your heels. Just let your body settle for a moment. Find your breath. I seem to have lost mine. And then we're going to take it again. Just come up onto your knees. Bring your hands to your heart center. And again, start to walk your gaze up the wall, onto the ceiling. And if you're feeling really open, you can even drop your hands to your heels No matter what you're doing, you're always pressing your hips forward. If you can't breathe, make sure to come out of it. Bring your hands to your heart center again. Slowly sitting back down. Let your body rest here. And then bring your knees out. Take child's pose. Start to finger your way forward until you come to lie on your mat. Keep your elbows stacked under your shoulders for a little cobra pose. Keep your head lifted. Pull your belly in and up. So try and keep your belly button off the floor. And really press into the floor with your hips. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. And release. Bring your forehead to the floor. Tuck your hands under your shoulders. And you're going to curl back, cross your legs. Come to a seated position. We're just going to do a gentle forward fold here, just to counteract all of that bending through our backs. So go long in your spine. So lift up through the crown of your head. And then start to send your weight forward, using your fingers to guide you forward until you're as far as you can get. And then from here, feel free to slowly drop your head and bring a slight curve to your back. You can release your feet, no tension anywhere, just a very passive stretch across the back of the body. Slowly come back up. And you're going to lower yourself down for Shavasana onto the mat. Your palms face up towards the sky, and your feet hang out to the sides. Come back to your steady, unconscious breath. It's just happening naturally. And gravity is really melting you into the earth. Try to stay here for 5 minutes, or even longer if you can.